Obviously a lot of discussion about the way you mark, and let me sort of run through what a zonal marking is. I mean, well, let's talk from a corner. So if we say the ball's here on the corner and we move our men, generally there's all different types of marking. Part zonal, where you couple mark man to man. I'll talk about full zonal marking. Generally, what happens in the full zonal marking, you have a near post man and you have 3 men posted along the 6-yard box there. So one in line with the post, one in the middle of the goal, one there. And then you probably replicate that with another 3 in advance of that. So that's how they would do. Now, each man in the zone is responsible for that area. So if you do that area there, so he never goes backwards, he only attacks that area there. Anything in that zone's in, he obviously attacks that. Clearly you'd probably do both posts and that, and maybe you leave one up or one on the edge, depends where you are. But everyone, so even that man there, so he attacks the distance between that zone and that zone there is attacked by these men. These attack from there forward. So they're exactly the same. Everyone's got that same zonal area. Never go back, always look forward in there. So effectively, if you took the man out the way, what you'd be dealing with was two zones like that, where these men use that zone, these men attack that zone, maybe a bit forward of that. They use near post man, 2 post areas. Again, they would attack that area and there. So that effectively is from corners, zonal marking. From wide, which I generally do man for man, but I mark zonally from wide because I think it's difficult. So zonal for me would be wide. I have a man there, so that's the set piece there. I'd have a front post, so a good header of the ball in the hole, and then I'd mark generally in line my back 4 like that, as a back 4, although I might disturb that with a big midfield player and a big forward. So that would be my zone in there. 1 up, maybe 1 on the ball. So that'd be there. And all they would do was, so that would be the zone set up. Now, if what I do is, say this is Peter Crouch, I'm marking Peter Crouch, and that is, for example, Rio Ferdinand marking Peter Crouch. If Peter Crouch goes there, Rio Ferdinand moves in line with him. So he then normally be there, but because I want to man in zone, he will just line up and shift where he is. So that will be Rio Ferdinand in line with Peter Crouch. So that effectively allows you to deal with the best header of the ball. The problem with it is that if you stay in the zone, corners or wide area, and you mark an area, and a Peter Crouch gets a run on you, it's very, very difficult for you to beat Peter Crouch in a jump. It just doesn't happen. So for me, you have to make exceptions within the zonal system. Zonal marking, man-to-man marking, works if you've got good attackers of the ball. This is Peter Crouch. That's Rio Ferdinand, who's zonal now, but he's going to get a run. Now, my view is there's 2 ways. You use a smaller man, Paul Scholes, whoever, just to block him on his run. So all he does is, he's zonal, but he blocks his run. And actually it works quite well. Other than that, if David Beckham, for example, puts it right on Rio's head and he's getting a run, I think that's where the zonal system struggles. If he puts the ball here, so Rio can attack it and Crouchy can attack it, it's 50-50 who wins. If it's right above his head and he's getting a good run on him, and it's a standing jump, it's very difficult to do with it. So for me, you have to adjust how you attack things.